While one part of the German government tries to decide whether it's against international law to be sending weapons to a country that has started a war while committing genocide, another department is trying to figure out why 1 in 4 immigrants wants to leave the country. Meanwhile, we've apparently decided that enough Nazis are dead now, so it's okay to have a military Veterans Day. Plus, a tiny morsel of good news about urban speed limits. Cheers!
In Berlin's heart, where news is unveiled, Megan and Conrad with German tales. The German news, it's tough to bear, but with Megacans, they're ready to head there. Conrad, daily news at hand. Megan feels to spare time to crack those cans. With each sip she takes, the mag is her shield. But will it last anew? 'Cause that was the deal.
Hello everyone, it's time for another episode of Megan's Megacan. I'm Megan, I'm here in Berlin, beautiful sunny Berlin with Konrad Fauner. Beautiful sunny Konrad Fauner. Hi Konrad.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine. Yes, good. I'm doing okay, I'd say, all things considered.
We're recording on a Tuesday rather than a Friday.
Yeah.
So if I'm less exuberant, that's why. Also, see general state of world, etc.
But also, we've had a lot of partying in the last few weeks, haven't we?
We have. We've been very social.
We went on a Megan's Megacan day trip excursion.
We did. The Carnival der Kulturen.
Yeah.
Which was really fun.
We tried various drinks from around the world. We
did. My favourite was palm wine from Nigeria, which I'd only ever read about, and now it's my favourite.
It was like a kind
2%, but
yeah, it was really nice, sort of citrusy, not too sweet, not too sour, not too strong. Yeah. Very good summery drink. Yeah. My favourite was the old Pisco Sour.
You love a Pisco Sour. And those ones were good. I don't always like a Pisco Sour, but that one was a really good one.
Yeah. From, I think it was Peru. The stand we were at. But I believe other countries also make Pisco Sours.
Presumably. But in honour of Tuesday, we're also doing an alcohol-free day, or almost alcohol-free. And... yeah,
from our friends.
We have an exciting can today because this is a gift from our friends at Forstwirtschek. Yeah. They're not paying us to say this, but I happen to think is the best craft brewery in Berlin.
It's pretty good. And this is one of the best alcohol-free beers that you can get, I reckon.
I haven't tried it yet.
I had one.
Ooh.
I think.
Sorry, we went to their birthday party. We went to a piss-up at a brewery, which went... exactly as you'd expected. I'm very shocked that you had an alcohol-free and nothing less than about 7%, I think, past my lips.
Okay.
Which I definitely paid for the next day, but it was all delicious.
It was very well organised.
Yeah.
As up in a brewery.
It was.
As you'd expect.
I think if you're going to do that, do it in Germany. 'Cause otherwise, it's gonna end badly. Yeah. But this is called Slay All Day. I love their names of everything. And I'm excited to taste it. All right. And it is also in a can, of course.
Cheers.
Cheers. God, I've spilt it on your chair. I'm sorry. Oh, that's hoppy. Okay. That's very good.
That's excellent, yeah.
That's really good.
It is, isn't it?
Doesn't have that slightly syrupy taste that you get with alcohol. With alcohol-free ones.
Yeah, and it's also not so fizzy. I often find alcohol-free beers often fizzier than normal beers.
Oh, another win from Forstwirtschek. Well done, lad.
Okay.
Keep going. Oh my God, that tastes so good right now. I'm so tired, and I just had one of those first trips on the bus in Berlin where you're like, theoretically this is air conditioned, so we're keeping all the windows closed, but is anyone going to break and go, there's clearly no air conditioning in here, let's open the windows? Surprised I survived.
I didn't know you could still open windows on buses.
Maybe you can't. Maybe that's why. That's because they're supposed to be air conditioned.
Yeah. It's another thing they took away from us. Windows on buses.
Okay.
So,
what are we going to talk about today without the cushioning power of alcohol?
We could talk about Germany's so-called Staatsräson.
No, thank you.
Which is a term...
No, I'm joking.
The reason of state,
Yeah.
which Angela Merkel coined in 2008 when she visited the Knesset, the Israeli parliament, and she said used this term in a speech. It does not have any legal meaning at all. Like, it's not in the constitution.
It's just a sort of vibe.
It's just a vibe. It's not in the German constitution or anything. It's just a thing that Merkel said and has been repeated by both of her successors, Olaf Scholz and, of course, our own Friedrich Merz. But now, of course, Israel is essentially acting as a rogue state and bombing everyone.
Yeah.
Just
willy-nilly.
And it's kind of like put Germany in a very difficult diplomatic position, because they keep saying, they have right to defend themselves, but all international lawyers say,
but not like this. This is not defense. You can't just say it's a preemptive strike because they don't really like us. That's not.
So that's been happening.
I haven't been following much of this, but I do get from my lovely friend every day he does a roundup of the press coverage in Germany, and I hadn't seen any news. I didn't know that Israel had attacked Iran, and I got to like the bottom of his paragraph summarizing like all the different things that the press outlets were saying, and then there was I was like, wait, I had assumed from what they were saying, oh shit, Iran has attacked Israel like really seriously, and then I was like, oh no, wait, this is just Germans commenting on Israel's actions.
This is all Iran's fault.
Literally, I was like, what? Oh no. Is that kind of a correct assumption, or are they saying anything normal?
No, that is a correct assumption. We have the German foreign minister, Waderpool. He was in Cairo, and he said, during his visit to Cairo, Waderpool commented on the Iranian strikes that came in retaliation for the earlier Israeli ones. We condemn the indiscriminate Iranian attack on Israeli territory in the strongest possible terms.
What?
That was the comment from the German foreign minister. Iran is currently attacking Israel with hundreds of drones. There are initial reports of casualties. These developments are more than worrying.
Okay. Because
we do there's a voice from Germany's Left Party. Jan van Aken, the co-chairman of the Left Party, described the Israeli attack as a serious violation of international law, which cannot be justified as self-defense. All sides must immediately de-escalate, also to protect the affected civilian population in Iran and Israel. Just a reminder, Germany is still the second biggest weapons supplier to Israel.
We don't want to be left out of another opportunity for genocide.
Yeah.
So there we go. I don't know. It just seems like you just repeat yourself over and over and over again.
Yeah.
But I feel like this is weird because they were just about getting to the stage, like Friedrich Merz was saying something that would have your average, protester on the street clapped in irons for anti-Semitism, about like he can't see the point of what's happening, the goal of what's happening in Gaza. And now this happens, but it's okay because it's Iran. And it's obviously, I'm not going to stand here and defend the Iranian regime, but international law is international law.
And it's violating a German law as well. To support a war of aggression is a violation of German law, which presumably some spokespeople of the German government could be suspected of. Anyway, bit of a weird
shit show. To use a word that the Germans love to say inappropriately, but I think it's very appropriate in this case. Oh God. Okay. What's next?
Sanctioning. Sanctioning a war of aggression is violation of German law, and quite a lot of German government spokespeople have been doing that because clearly Israel attacked a foreign country, which would be a war of aggression. I believe some people are suggesting that lawsuits will be sent out. Probably won't make any difference, but it's good.
Damn bit of difference.
But it's good that someone's doing it.
Netanyahu has been supposed to be in the dock for over a year now? A year?
Yeah. And he's still, interestingly, Friedrich Merz has not repeated his invitation to Netanyahu. When he was in opposition, Friedrich Merz said, if I become Chancellor, I'm going to invite Netanyahu to visit Germany. despite the fact that he could be arrested.
Do you think?
And now, since he's become Chancellor, he's not said that.
No. I think Netanyahu's like texting him, and he's just like trying to, he's just like, oh yeah, maybe not this weekend. Oh, I've got a lot on, sorry. Yeah, fuck. That can't happen. We might have Trump coming. That would be bad enough. Since we last saw each other, our Friedrich Merz went to visit the Oval Office and had quite an awkward 45-minute press conference. Send me the full thing, and I meant to watch it, and then I opened it. I was like, 42 minutes? I can't do these two fucking clowns for 42 minutes.
Yeah, where he gave him his grandfather's birth certificate.
Yeah.
So Friedrich Merz gave Trump's grandfather's birth certificate from the little town in Germany where he was born, and he said, he was also called Friedrich. He was very pleased with that.
It was a very, they had it done in sort of like calligraphy and whatever.
Yeah,
for him, specially done. And it's such a weird move. Like, I understand these gifts are always going to be a bit weird, but I was, on the one hand, I was like, do we really want to be like claiming Trump at this stage of one of our own? Can Germany just not help itself? They're like, oh, there's a fascist. But maybe he's going to get away with it this time. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe he's going to do it the right way. Or it's also like a strange move because it's obviously he was trying to suck up to him and stuff, but you're just like, Trump is like on such an anti-immigrant stance, and they just constantly reminding him of his immigrant. I don't know. The whole thing was just weird.
Yeah. And then there was also a funny moment when someone asked whether he was happy with the way Germany was rearming. And he kind of said, yeah, but, I guess General MacArthur wouldn't be so happy about that. He kind of rambles on about weird things, and he said, like, we'll keep an eye on them, though, and we won't let them rearm too much. And,
It's such a strange thing, and these sort of things that they're doing before, when you have these state visits, these little press conferences they have beforehand are not their new thing, apparently, that Trump has kind of brought in. And it's just like Trump doing his narrative thing, and then like, oh, would you like to say a few words? And then he'll also, he was talking about, someone asked him about travel bans, and he was kind of like, oh, and I don't even like to say it in front of the Chancellor here, but they also have a problem with people that they've let in. Not your fault. I told her. And it's this whole kind of showmanship that on the one hand, like, he is relatively effective at it, and you can see how it appeals, but on the other hand, you're just like, this is fucking terrifying. Our leader is sitting there, supposed to show some leadership, and he's just got a little framed picture of a birth certificate and is shiting on about how much we love America. Who is the grown-up in this room?
Yeah, and he doesn't, like, correct him on anything that he's
no one ever does. And the whole White House is just filled with like influencers. The press is just filled with influencers now. People who work for right-wing nonsense things. I don't know.
I just want normal life back.
I don't know.
Just want our normal lives back. Okay, moving on.
Right.
I do have other neat things to talk about.
Okay, good.
There has been a survey by the Institute for Employment Research, the Research Institute of the Federal Employment Agency, so affiliated with the government. They did a survey of immigrants in Germany, and they have established that a lot of them are leaving. And the ones that are especially leaving are the ones that are the German economy needs the most, like the most skilled, the ones in IT, the ones with all the various skills that Germany needs more of. Doctors, everyone's leaving. Yeah. And at the same time, Germany requires a net annual immigration of around 400,000 people to stabilise its labour force potential. That's what the IAB says. This is not so. Apparently, there's about there's a few million immigrants in Germany right now. 57% of them plan to stay in Germany permanently. About 1.2 million aim for a temporary stay, and roughly 3 million remain uncertain.
But did they is this like extrapolating then based on how many people they surveyed?
Yeah. Yeah, okay. They didn't ask every single one.
That would take a long time. That would be a good survey, but it would take a long time.
I haven't looked exactly at the methodology
That's fine.
section of the survey
yet.
I
like methodology. I do.
So here we go. 50,000 immigrants participated in the
That's a lot.
survey.
That's
Yeah.
a big survey. And
December
this is just
to April this year.
you
so
can
last
have
6
this
months.
be self-reported because it's just on people's feelings.
Yeah.
So they're like, right, we want to go. Particularly people who are skilled, people who have a level of in our capitalist system agency. You're like, fuck you, I don't need to desperately be here because I've got nowhere else to go. I'm going to go somewhere else. So,
Yeah. And
do they give reasons?
the main reasons for emigration considerations include political dissatisfaction,
What? Wow. How dare they?
personal preferences, tax burdens, and bureaucracy.
Personal preferences for not being complicit in genocide again.
And overall, the findings suggest that state measures such as reducing bureaucracy, simplifying administrative procedures, and offering tax incentives could help lower emigration intentions. That's what the IAB says. It's a bit of a problem, and of course, now under this current government, most of the measures that have been brought in have been about closing the borders.
Yeah.
And of course, I mean, they would argue, we're closing the borders to illegal immigrants, but obviously this affects
small amount of
this affects the general atmosphere and how people feel, and like people feel like they're not wanted, and people are leaving now more as a result
because
of
we
these
use
policies.
Illegal immigrants or undocumented immigrants as like this dog whistle for people who we don't think belong here, and that no one really understands that, and the discourse has just been so horrible. And if you happen to come from a part of the world that has a different perspective on the Middle East, it must just be horrifying. And to be in a workplaces or media environments where you're just being repeatedly told that everything is anti-Semitism but nothing is Islamophobic.
Yeah.
That's all justified. And then you have to do the fucking paperwork and go to the Ämter on top. No, absolutely not. Of course you're going to be fucking livid. You're the first plane out of here.
And of course, the other measure that the new government brought in was to get rid of the fast-tracked citizenship thing.
Oh yeah, right enough.
So it was good. They had reduced it for well-integrated people who are working here could have got citizenship within 3 years. That has been abolished by Mertz's government. It was one of the first things they did, and that kind of thing really does not help if you want to keep people here. In fact, perceptions of discrimination, especially in interactions with authorities, police, and at the workplace, greatly increases immigration tendencies, the IAB studies have found.
If you're nasty to people, they will want to leave you. And then it becomes even more of a problem because I'm not saying that I agree with these things, but there's the stereotype of like the good immigrant, and those people, they're just going to leave because why would you? If you have a choice of where you go, why come somewhere where you have to conjugate nouns? Nouns get conjugated in this mental language. And it's not, I do love German. Like, I love the mental gymnastics of speaking German, but it is like mad. And
Just
then
to be clear,
everything is super bureaucratic. No one is kind to you. I don't know. Yeah, it makes sense. But it's like, did we need a survey to tell us this? Are we going to do anything about it? I don't know.
I mean, it's good that we have a survey.
Well, because it has to be written down in paperwork.
And we have the chance to also just underline once more how damaging racism is for the whole of society.
Yeah.
And the economy. It's quite a big thing. It's not just like how you feel. It's like quite a big thing for how people, how we function as a society. I think it's like really important. And
this is something that I think like quote unquote mainstream media is doing a really shit job of talking about, and also politicians, apart from like maybe on the left, but like the ones that are supposed to be center left. And obviously this is not like my observation or my argument, whatever. A lot of people are saying this, like, why do we have the right wings talking like we talk about immigration in the same way? It's
as if it's
fucking
a problem.
Disgusting. And yes, there are, that's not saying like, oh, let's ship 1,000 million Afghani people to the middle of nowhere in like NIV. Like, I'm not saying that that's everything needs to be refined and whatever, but we just lump it. Oh, it's like, oh, we need to talk about immigration. I'm like, we can't do that in like a 5-minute news segment, and we can't talk about it the way the AFD does. I'm like, oh yeah, but there is a problem. I'm like, well, yeah, but there's also fucking massive advantages that we are going to lose, and then it's going to go more into the shitter, and no one's going to want to come, and then everyone will get more racist because we'll still be telling some lie that all the failures of society are migrants' fault. I'm so sorry. I'm so negative today. I'm just so tired.
Are you enjoying your beer?
Yeah, I am actually. It is 100% the best thing that I should be drinking right now, because I think if I was drinking a mega can, I would be in tears.
Oh, good.
I don't know why I'm so. I think it's just getting through Abitur and it's almost finished, and we're just done. We're just exhausted. It's this period of time where we haven't really relaxed into summer yet in schools. But don't worry. Okay. Everyone's going, yeah, but good. You bitch, you've got 5 weeks holiday coming up. I'm like, yeah, I know. Don't feel too sorry for me. Anyway, what else do we have? I have a list of notes. Hang on.
Sunday was a special day for Germany's veterans, military veterans.
Yeah. We're both making, this is obviously a non-visual format, but a little bit of a
what's going on
here
face.
We don't usually do this in Germany for historical reasons.
For historical reasons. So Sunday, June the 15th, was the first ever German Veterans Day. It was celebrated. I don't know if celebrate is the right word. Honoured?
Do we just not have any more people alive who were soldiers?
In the war, yeah.
In the war. Is that it now? We can be like, yeah. We're just talking about everything post 1945 now, so yes. It's okay.
I think that's sort of, so for historical reasons, Germany has never had a Veterans Day before, and it was introduced by the parliament in the last government, under the last parliament, not this parliament, interestingly. Yeah, and they had a little ceremony outside the Reichstag. Didn't burn it down or anything. Nothing bad happened.
Okay, progress.
And I guess they're going to have more of this kind of thing under this new resolution that was passed last year. All the parties voted for it except for the Left Party.
And I guess the idea is to sort of honour soldiers that have served in other less problematic conflicts, and as far as the conflict can be as problematic, non-problematic.
Well, yeah, they have veterans in from Afghanistan and the Balkans and were honoured. And slightly weirdly, in the Reichstag building, rock star Bryan Adams showed his photo exhibition, Wounded, the Legacy of War.
I'm sorry. What?
He must have taken some photographs of wounded people, and that's
Bryan Adams.
Bryan Adams, yeah.
But he's Canadian.
Well, he's still allowed to take photos.
Are they trying to no? But why would he be part of Germany's?
That's a good question.
Are they trying to balance it out? They're like, what is the least? What is the least kind of similar thing when you hear German army? What's the other? Oh, Canadian army. That's fine. We'll bring in. So Brian. What? I don't understand. Look, I don't want to. I think it's hard to separate the sort of bigger picture from the very real sacrifices that individuals make that are done in good faith. And I think it's important to honour whatever anyone does for part of their job if they're working in a service industry. But I do think it's strange, and I guess their cynical point is also that they really want to they need more people in the army, don't they?
Yeah, this is this part of it now. Defence Minister Boris Pistorius said in early June that Germany needs up to 60,000 more service personnel to meet NATO goals. And
I'm not going to be signing up.
I did notice I went to the movies recently, and my popcorn box was also a Bundeswehr advert.
Oh, wow. What did you say earlier? I want my normal life back.
It's
yeah.
And it said something. I didn't like. I wish I'd taken a picture of it now, but it said something about how your life could be like in a movie or something. It said something like that.
It fucking sucks.
It was all in camouflage. My pop bomb box was camouflaged. I still saw it though. So they are trying to get more people. They're so far because they're also generally talking about bringing in military service back. And apparently the SPD in coalition is so far blocking this. But yeah, I don't know. It's definitely being debated in the German government.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And I don't know. Like I said, 5 years ago, I would have a very strong opinion on this, which would be fuck away off, you fucks. But like, I can't pretend that I'm not very anxious about impending war. But also, I'm not going to go and volunteer. I don't think anyone. So it's so deeply problematic because it's just going to be young men who don't have particularly good prospects in other. This is what we do, and then we send them off to die, and we just eat our young and we eat our vulnerable, and then continue. Stop looking at me like that.
Yeah, no. I'm very glad that you're saying all this because it's like, yeah.
Yeah, but also I think it is absolutely foolish to not think pragmatically about, defense spending and I feel awful even saying that. I'm wondering if I'm becoming a reactionary. I don't think so. I just think I am worried about the state of the world. I don't know.
Well, yeah, I mean, everyone is, especially because they're all...
She says profoundly midway through 2025. Yeah. But I feel very, and I don't know anything about any of this or what needs to be.
Yeah, there's just also this sort of horrible self-fulfilling, situation, isn't it? Like,
yeah, where you start preparing for war, and that's what's going to happen, and then all of these awful, evil people are going to make loads of money out of it. And what else are we going to do? Just sit around still having our absolutely shit army waiting for whoever rolls across us first? Maybe that's better. I don't know.
They're also building up the civilian defences. They want to build more bunkers or reopen the old bunkers because they didn't have enough. But there's not going to be enough bunkers for everyone, even if they built bunkers everywhere. Anyway, should we move on to the good news section?
Yes, please.
It's slightly good news.
I've still got quite a lot of my delicious can left because it's so big.
So I've got one little news story.
Okay.
In Lower Saxony, they did a pilot project on traffic flows for with having a limit of 30 kilometers per hour.
Ooh.
I don't know if you know there's 30 kilometers per hour is the political sticking point for it's the culture war that we've had in Berlin especially.
Oh, okay.
Because parties like the Green Party want to reduce to 30 the standard
within towns.
Yeah, within urban areas. The standard is currently 50 kilometers per hour, unless it says otherwise. Like if it's like a residential area, it's often 30. But in Lower Saxony, they had this pilot project and reduced the general speed limit to 30 kilometers per hour. It found out that it caused fewer traffic jams, shorter waiting times for motorists, air quality improved slightly, and better noise pollution, like it was quieter, and also slightly better road safety results.
Oh,
in
good.
These, I believe it was 6 different towns where they tested it in Lower Saxony, and so it wasn't that there were fewer accidents overall, but the accidents were less serious.
Yeah.
Because obviously people had more time to react and everything. And so it was a successsul experiment. Okay. And it's just a shame that
no good news section. So there's not
okay.
So we're just going to watch this space.
So basically it's been scientifically proven that 30 kilometers per hour in urban areas is a sensible speed limit that benefits everyone. And and that is not the situation in Berlin right now.
I think we should just go car free, and I think it's going to be tough and people are going to be sad, But we can get used to anything.
Yeah.
Paris is doing quite a lot of that. I was there a couple of weeks ago and it was amazing. We thought there was something on, like kind of state visit or something, because obviously it was full because it was very touristy, but the roads, like in terms of cars, very, very empty. So like it was delightful.
And I saw today that London is going to pedestrianise Oxford Street.
That'll be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, why are we all snaking along like 2 meters of pavement?
Yeah.
When you can just be like, do you know what? Just park and walk.
Good. That's it. That's all your good news.
Okay.
That'll just have to do until next time.
I'll take that. The good news is that this Slay All Day IPA, alcohol free, well, it's 0.5 of a percentage of alcohol, is absolutely delicious.
Yeah, excellent.
All
excellent drink.
Honestly.
I can't even tell that it's not got alcohol in it. It tastes like a beer.
Yeah, genuinely.
It tastes just like a beer. Yeah, great. All right.
Yeah.
That's it.
Everyone, take
good care of yourselves.
Take care of yourselves. Enjoy the weather if you're in Berlin. And thank you for the news, Conrad. I'm sorry I fought you all the way through, but
the next time we meet, you'll be in your holiday, won't you?
No.
Oh.
No,
okay.
23rd of July. We're going
ages.
long.
Oh, right. Okay.
We're going long.
I thought you said it had nearly finished, but no, it's not. Okay.
We're nearly heading into like where it's all over.
Right, okay.
Then it'll be fine. In 2 weeks, I think I will be more relaxed. So that's good.
Okay.
All right. Not that anyone cares about my constant state of
I'm sure they do.
work and tiredness, but yes. All right, lovely people. Take care.
Bye.
German news in English with a cocktail can. The German news, it's quite a test. With Megan's Mega, you're feeling refreshed. Megan's Mega can. German news in English with a cocktail can. Deutsche Nachrichten sind düster und schwer. Down the Mega.
Defy the fear.
Yeah.
It's actually it's quite a positive message to give to people.
So.
I like to think that we have quite a positive impact on our listeners.
I hope so.
Because we try and get them to defy the fear of listening to the news all day.
I mean, it's better than reading a German newspaper. Surely.
I would definitely recommend listening to our podcast more than reading any German newspaper.
German newspapers barely have pictures. Like fucking, it's just a brick of text.
Oh yeah, and they seem to make a virtue of it. They think it's like so great to have no text.
Not like you Americans with your fucking
colour pictures,
decadent pictures in your newspapers.
Yeah,
What's that? A crossword puzzle? Oh, no wonder you had Trump. Jesus Christ, everyone! Like, there's a middle ground.
You have to concentrate on the news. It's very important, and you have to like keep this there.
Just have a mega.
Have a mega. Give us a picture every now and then.
Just a wee picture, maybe of,
yeah,
a diagram.